Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, I want to talk about a school shooting that happened out here in Texas, Dallas to be exact. Dallas ISD. School is called Wilmer-Hutchinson High School. Well, Wilmer-Hutchins High School. Let me rephrase it. And 4 people have been hurt, and they got the scene secured. Nobody has life-threatening injuries. You're going to hear a lot in this story. You know what I'm saying? I guess in the coming days to come. But at the time of this recording, this is what's known. You're going to hear a lot of stuff that's out there, but this is what they know for sure. Right now, the shooter, they don't know if he's from the school or not, but he came in from a side door that required no ID. I guess somebody let him in or whatever. Came in, was shooting. They're saying 1 person was shot and the other 3 people that got injured running. So that's what's out right now. This is what they got so far. Suspect has not been caught. I repeat, the suspect has not been caught. Take a look at what's out so far. We'll come back with a follow-up on this probably tomorrow. Take a look.
We want to remind folks you're watching breaking news coverage of a shooting at Wilmer-Hutchins High School. We do have much more information than we did when we first came on the air and when we first came online. 3 victims have been transported to Baylor Hospital, 1 transported to Methodist Hospital. That information coming to us from Dallas Fire Rescue. All of them have non-life-threatening injuries. This all started to unfold just after 1 o'clock when Dallas police responded to reports of shots fired on campus. Dallas police DISD and Dallas police both saying they will not be doing a news conference of any sort right now with us. However, we can pass along the information that they've asked us to update you on. And the most important piece of that is this: the school has been secured. There is no more danger afoot here on campus. And they are asking families to avoid campus. Please do not show up. I know that it's instinctual that you would think, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to pick up my kid at school. Instead, they're asking folks to go to the Reunification Center, which is at Eagle Stadium. I do want to play for you a little bit of sound that we got with a man who was inside the building at the time of the shooting. Take a listen.
I was sitting there at the waiting room when it happened. Oh, when the shots went off.
How many shots do you think went off?
About 7.
7. Do you have a child there, or you were there?
Yes, ma'am. My son, Patrick Campos, goes to that school.
What grade is he in?
He's in the 10th grade.
And where is he?
He's all right. Yeah, I just called him and he's cool. They all got him at the, I think, at the gym or something.
The stadium? Is
yes,
that where
the stadium.
You guys are headed?
Yes. No, I'm heading home because they're not letting our kids go home yet. They're under investigation and they'll call us.
All right, the other voice you're hearing in that is Fox 4's Peyton Yeager. She is on the scene now as well. I believe David Sintendry is there. Again, we have team coverage happening right now as the situation unfolds at Wilmer-Hutchins High School. A lot of questions needing to be answered, and that's about as raw as it gets, folks. I mean, that is the raw video of her asking the questions really in real time, right? You heard that man say he was inside the school. According to his eyewitness account, he heard 7 different gunshots. We're also being told that whoever this shooter was let into school through perhaps an exterior door. That information coming from Mayor Pro Tem Tanel Atkins. Dallas Fire Rescue telling us 4 different people have been transported to the hospital, 3 of them at Baylor, 1 of them at Methodist. We do not know if the 4 includes the shooter at this point or not. But again, we are staying abreast of the breaking news that we're bringing you here. So I'm going to ask the folks in the booth to tell me if who we have to go back to so that we can continue kind of updating information. Sounds like Lori Brown is ready to go.
Steve, we got a lot of information from Mayor Pro Tem Tanel Atkins, who is the one who said that there were multiple victims. It's not clear, though, what their injuries were. He did say that they were non-life-threatening injuries, and we did get from Dallas Fire Rescue the information that there were 4 students transported to 2 different hospitals. Now, we are still awaiting word from Dallas ISD about what type of injuries these students have. And we have only heard from a source about one 17-year-old student who was shot in his lower calf. Mayor Pro Tem Tanel Atkins also told us that the shooter somehow managed to enter through a side door, which is a break in school protocol where everyone is supposed to enter through the front. Everyone has to have a driver's license and a visitor's badge to be able to get in. People are not supposed to hold doors open or prop doors open. So Dallas ISD, though, has not elaborated about that information. We're also still awaiting word about where the shooter is. Dallas ISD has said that the school is safe. And so that leads us to believe that the shooter is either in custody or was one of the students that was taken to the hospital. Dallas police is deferring to Dallas ISD, saying that they are the lead agency on this situation. So I will give you the information, though, from Tanel Atkins himself. This is a clip from our interview that we had just a little bit ago.
We don't have a serious injury right now, to my knowledge. Pray for the family, pray for the kids, pray for the students, and thank God no one is crucially injured.
So Chris, as I mentioned before, we're still over at the elementary school. There are parents that are waiting for their students to come out of the elementary school. They tell me that they're releasing the students one at a time as their parents come up. Of course, you have to show ID and give your child's name. But also, I mentioned how there are high school students here who ran from the high school when they heard those gunshots. One of those students is Aldo, who joins me. He's a senior this year. And Aldo, tell me what happened. Your friend was actually one of those, one of the students that were shot.
Yeah, he was one of the students that were shot. I don't want to say his name or anything, but he was running behind me in the cafeteria. He got out after me and my girl got out, and he was basically asking for help. He was like, "Hey, something hit me or something," and he said, "Take off my boot so I can see it." And I'm like, thinking he's joking, but then I'm like, "Okay, let me take off his boot," and I take off his boot, and there's a big gash or wound on his leg, and he's saying it's hard to move, and that eventually it ended up he couldn't feel his leg no more. And I mean, the whole situation was really just like a lot of adrenaline, and there was like you just had to act fast.
Yeah. I want to know, how are you feeling right now?
Now I'm a little bit more calm now that I'm away from everything, and that I know everybody that I'm close to is safe, and that the people that I love know that I'm safe too.
And I remember you were talking to me, you're a senior this year, so you were here last year when a similar incident happened. What's going through your mind, the fact that it happened last year and now it happened again this year?
Yeah, I was already like on edge, like not on edge, but I was already like instinct kicked in, like same with the last one. It was a different experience though, because last one I was safe in the classroom, this one I had to run, and so there was a little bit more adrenaline in that one. We really just had to book it from there. My arm, I'm not injured or anything, but it almost got caught when people were trying to run, and I almost got caught through the door.
I'm glad you're okay. I know our anchor Chris has a question for you. Chris, you can go ahead and ask your question. I'll tell Aldo.
Yeah, I just wanted to know. First of all, I'm so glad to hear that you're okay. But as for your friend, did he recognize or see the person who fired?
So Chris was asking if you did your friend recognize the person who was shooting the gun? Or?
No, I didn't ask. Like I said, it was just like in the moment I wanted to help him out as soon as I can. I didn't get no description of anybody. They were saying, I was in the cafeteria, they were saying it happened in B Hall, or like close to around there, but the shots sounded they were coming from that direction, B Hall. But I wasn't able to see the shooter or anything.
And B Hall is near where the cafeteria is?
Yes.
Okay.
It's right outside.
And you all were in the cafeteria at the time, and then you took off running, and that's when you realized that your friend was hit?
Yes. I realized he was hurt somehow, and I just had to help him out.
What happened after you pulled his boot off and you were able to help him?
After that, I mean, I noticed there wasn't any like signs of he was bleeding rapidly, so it wasn't bleeding anything. It was just like a bruise from a paintball gun, almost. That it looked like either he got shot or he hit himself and he was just confused and he didn't know. I don't know. It was a lot of emotions going through that day.
And I know you mentioned that because this happened last year and then it happened again this year, there were some things that you already knew what to do. Tell me about that.
As soon as I got outside, I was able to call my mom and tell her, hey, there's a shooting outside again. And she was like, really? There's no way. and I had to tell her. I showed her everything. I was outside, and she was like, are you gonna call your grandma to come pick you up? And I'm like, well, they're not gonna let her in from the last time. And so I told her I'll just wait it out to let me see what they tell me, because I already knew I was in a safe location away from everything. So I just stayed there.